From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Thursday, April 10th. A tragic fire in Crete has claimed 3 lives, including a 5-year-old boy, and left a home in ruins. Investigators believe a propane grill on a partially enclosed porch may have sparked the flames, which quickly spread. The fire broke out around 5:30 last night near the Saline County Fairgrounds. A woman in her 20s escaped, but a child and 2 adults in their 70s did not survive. The state fire marshal is now leading the investigation, and the victims' names have not been released. In crime news, the man accused of kidnapping a Wisconsin teen and later found in Sarpy County waived his extradition today. 40-year-old Gary Day is no longer fighting transfer to Wisconsin or Arkansas, where he faces separate charges. Day was arrested last week at a truck stop after being spotted with a 17-year-old girl missing for 2 months. He's also facing federal charges in the case, meaning he can't bond out for now. And a Beatrice man is in jail after accidentally shooting himself in the foot while driving on O Street. 26-year-old Brenton Swearingen, a convicted felon, is charged with possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. In February, Lincoln police contacted a Kansas sheriff's office about a weapons violation. They found that Swearingen's wife gave him the gun, and after the shooting, they drove to a Kansas hospital. Swearingen turned himself in earlier this week with bond set at $25,000. A Lincoln police captain has been placed on administrative leave and removed from leading the Special Victims Unit. The change follows a Nebraska public media report alleging Jake Dilsaver sent sexually inappropriate messages to co-worker Sarah Williams, who had previously settled a harassment lawsuit against the city. A separate lawsuit by former officer Angela Sands accuses Dilsaver of sending unsolicited explicit photos to Williams while on duty. Sands alleges the photos were reported to Police Chief Michon Morrow. The city declined to comment on pending litigation. Meanwhile, LPD is releasing its annual report showing a mix of progress and ongoing challenges. Chief Michon Morrow says Lincoln's population has grown by 50,000 in 20 years, yet violent crime is down 25%. Auto thefts rose slightly in 2024 with many cars left unlocked. Stolen firearms jumped 29% with a third taken from vehicles, and staffing remains a struggle, especially for dispatchers.
It is very important for us to continue to find ways to impact the staffing shortage. And so, to be clear on that overtime, it's because you can't leave a position open. So if somebody calls in sick, somebody has to fill that.
While staffing challenges continue, the department is taking steps to address other urgent concerns, including reckless driving.
Starting in 2025, we are rebuilding our traffic unit, allowing more officers to now specifically focus on traffic violations and correcting driving behavior that risks the safety of our roadways.
A grant from the Highway Safety Office will cover overtime costs. This comes after the City Council passed an ordinance last month allowing people to impound the vehicles of reckless drivers. That takes effect April 15th. For more details on LPD's annual report, visit our website or app. Now, sticking with the topic of driving, but shifting over to the unicameral, where several bills have passed and are heading to the governor's desk. The first would eliminate Nebraska's front license plate requirement, an effort that has failed in past years. It would also allow drivers to register their vehicles for 2 or 3 years instead of annually. Both changes would take effect by 2029. Another bill would give parents, guardians, and school administrators access to school library book lists and student checkouts. The measure requires school boards to create online catalogs organized by each school and allows parents to opt in for notifications. Also heading to the governor is a bill to support Nebraska craft breweries and micro distilleries by allowing them to sell directly to stores and bars without third-party distributor. While supporters say it helps small businesses, critics, including Lincoln Senator Jane Raybould, warn it may face legal challenges for favoring in-state producers. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat. Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.